So very good morning again and welcome back to this course on fundamentals of data analysis. And here we are going to talk on the topic regarding exploring data analytics. And the subtopic here is on mode. So this is one of the common measure of descriptive statistics and which is part of the measure of central tendency. Right. Now we already spoke about what is meant by central tendency in detail. So mode is a value that occurs the most often in a data set, the most frequently occurring value in the data. As simple as that. So when you talk about this particular data set, okay, 245545 and 244555. So you got one single value which is called 5, which is actually occurring most number of times in both these data sets. Okay. In fact, this is a data set, one data set which has been reorganized. So 245545, we're just putting it into an ascending order so that it makes us understand easy. So mode is 5 in this case. Now, mode or the modal score. Okay, so that is the value which occurs the most number of times in a distribution. Now, there are three types of classifications: unimodal, bimodal, trimodal, or multimodal. Okay, unimodal, where there is only one mode, the entire distribution of scores, there is only one mode. And bimodal, as you can very clearly see, in the entire distribution of scores, there are two values. And trimodal, the distribution of scores, there are three values. And multimodal is more than three values. That is actually called multimodal. Now, let us understand, see this very simple data, which is actually the scores of the various students in a section A, section B, and section C. And if you can talk, first you can see with this data, this section A, 20 is the data which is actually occurring more. So there is only one mode in this, and therefore the distribution is called unimodal. If we talk about the section A, okay, so 20 is the most, only one value which is occurring more number of times, and only one value which is occurring repeated. So there is only one model value 20. But if you talk about B, so there are two values which are occurring. 24 is also occurring twice and 18 is also occurring twice. So then it is actually a simple example of a bimodal. Now in section C, there are 25, 21, and 18. All the three values occur three times. So three are modal values. So this is actually a trimodal value. And then we talk about when there are more than three, then it is a multimodal value. And the properties of the mode. Now we can use this when the data are qualitative as well as quantitative. And it may not be unique. That means it might not be part of the data set. It is affected definitely by extreme values. And it may not exist. And sometimes there might not be a situation where we'll have only completely unique values and there is no repetition of the values, and then there is no mode in this case. There might not be mode in that case. Okay. So mode is actually when the data is measured on a nominal score scale and when the typical value is desired. Now, this is a simple sum where we want to estimate mode. These are the following of the marks of 20 students in a class, and we're going to find the mode. So the answer is we got to put it in ascending order or descending order to make it understanding. So we can easily calculate. I think 90 is the value which is occurring three times. Any other value is not occurring more than three times. So just an analysis of this reveal will reveal you 90 is the value which is actually the mode. And similarly, in this case, the doctor will check 9 patient sugar level is given below and find the modal value of the sugar levels. So 80, like that it is given. So we can also calculate modal values for this particular case. So is there any mode in this case? There is no mode at all in this case. They are all unique values. Right. Like that we can also do for sums. Now let us quickly get into the group data mode. This is the formula. X is equal to XLB plus I into FM minus FNB by 2FM minus FMA minus FMB. And XLB is the lower boundary of the modal class, and the class frequency which has got the highest value is actually called the modal class. That is how we define the modal class. And then class size is equal to I is equal to lower upper boundary minus lower boundary plus 1. Class frequency of the modal class, frequency of the class after the modal class, before the modal class. With this, we can substitute and calculate the values, and then we can find out the value. So this is how we calculate here. And this is one more sum where we can actually use the mode. And this is also one more sum where we use where a sample mode where the data is given in terms of number of days and the frequency. It's a class interval, and based on that, we need to find out the values of this mode. Okay, and there is one more sum which is also given where grad is the director of the student financial aid officer Wilton's office. He has used all the available data in the summer earnings of all the students that apply to the office for financial aid to develop the frequency distribution. To find the mode also if student aid. Once we find out the mode, there is also one more decision based on this mode. Also, if the student aid is restricted to those who summer earnings were less than 10% lower than the model summer earnings. How many of the applicants actually qualify? So summer earnings is given in terms of various class intervals, and also it is given in terms of various number of students. So here also we can actually find out the mode. Okay. Thank you very much for the patient listening. I look forward to hearing in the next class. Thank you.